From approximately 150 years ago, many kinds of modern seasonings and instant broth have been developed to improve people's diets. In 1865, the German scientist Liebig developed Liebig's extract of meat, a concentrated beef extract. In 1871, Liebig's extract of meat was marketed in the UK as Bovril. This became a beloved national food. 1902, Marmite utilized yeast that was used in the beer brewing process. 1908, the concentrated bouillon Maggi cube. Oxo soup was supplied to marathon runners at the London Olympics as an energy drink. And in 1908, Dr. Kikunai Ikeda, a Japanese scientist, discovered that a key taste substance of kombu seaweed stock was glutamate, a type of amino acid.
And he named it umami. Dr. Ikeda discovered that combining glutamate and sodium created the taste most similar to kombu seaweed stock. He developed a method to extract glutamate from hydrolyzed wheat protein to manufacture monosodium glutamate and got a production patent. In 1909, an entrepreneur, Saburosuke Suzuki, and Dr. Ikeda began the industrial production of monosodium glutamate and commercialized it. Umami seasoning was born. In the 1920s, umami seasoning, MSG, was exported to China, Korea, and also the United States. MSG has since become indispensable as a seasoning to improve the taste of cooking. It is widely used in Hawaii and the mainland US for meat, vegetable dishes, and soup. It is loved as a gourmet powder in households as well as by famous chefs, and is often seen in cookbooks, magazines, and recipes. In 1948 and 55, the Quartermaster Food and Container Institute for the U.S. Armed Forces held the MSG Symposium in Chicago with the objective of improving acceptance of Army food. Around 100 people participated in the symposia, including from the Research Institute for U.S. Armed Forces, U.S. food manufacturers, and food service industries. Numerous studies introduced in the symposia showed that MSG brings out the original flavor of vegetables, meat, and seafood, improves the flavor in canned and frozen foods, and supports the mental and physical condition by improving the monotonous taste of military food.
However, in 1968, the New England Journal of Medicine introduced a letter sent to the editor with the title Chinese Restaurant Syndrome. This letter was written by a doctor, suggesting that symptoms such as a burning sensation of the face and numbness of the neck and shoulders after eating Chinese dishes may be due to the food's high sodium content, Chinese cooking wine, or perhaps MSG. He asserted the need for clinical testing. Despite having been consumed safely throughout the world for over 35 years, this letter triggered widespread rumors that MSG was the cause. Many restaurants promoted their food as having no MSG to attract customers, which reinforced the misunderstanding. On the other hand, monosodium glutamate continues to be used for lots of food without any health-related reports. It is popularly used throughout the world. This is because food makers also adequately understand that MSG is safe and can add umami to their products. In the 1970s, environmental pollution and health damage caused by pesticides became a public problem, and many consumer groups were established in each country for the purpose of protecting consumers. Through the general meeting of consumer groups around the world, safety issues regarding MSG and urban legend spread in many countries. Though many world authorities repeatedly confirmed the safety of MSG from the 1950s, myths surrounding MSG still existed. From the 1990s, umami attracted the attention of many chefs due to the globalization of chefs around the world and a recent boom in Japanese cuisine.
In the 2000s, umami receptors in our tongue and stomach were discovered, and it was more widely accepted that umami is a basic taste. As the understanding of umami deepened, not only scientists but also chefs, dietitians, and food journalists gradually gained an understanding of MSG. Top journalists joined the discussion and began urging a re-evaluation of the persistent misunderstanding. Since 2004, the Umami Information Center has continued to organize symposiums and seminars on umami with chefs and scientists, aiming to spread correct information about umami and monosodium glutamate. In 2018, the World Umami Forum was held in New York. This was an initiative to deepen understanding of umami and to correct misunderstandings about MSG. We actively publicize that monosodium glutamate is the purest umami substance and that monosodium glutamate equals umami itself. MSG's function of improving flavor while reducing salt in food captured considerable attention by many dietitians participating in the forum. Thus, scientifically backed information about the safety and benefits of MSG is being accumulated. There has been much research, unbiased discussion, and activities to raise awareness about umami. The functions of umami are being noticed in many fields in addition to cooking, such as nutrition and physiology. For delicious meals, health, and the enriched lifestyles of people around the world. Our mission is to gain accurate knowledge and utilize umami, and to pass this on to future generations.